See, now to me that button's in the worst possible spot. The second button literally makes or breaks the
I
shirt.
can make it. Is it the same usage here?
If something is the difference between success or failure, to make it or break it.
Look at it. It's too high. It's in no man's land. You look like you live with your mother.
You know, the old generation, it's kind of, they will live with their parents for the whole life. Why is the way to put someone down? I don't get it.
Well, there was a movie called Failure to Launch, and if you don't manage to leave home, then it's sort of like something is lacking with you. When a single guy wears a shirt that looks a little bit like maybe he didn't choose that shirt, then people get suspicious. Either he has a girlfriend now and she is buying his shirt, or his mother is still buying his clothes for him.
Mr. Seinfeld, Mr. Costanza.
Are you sure this is decaf?
Where should we put the stress on? Is a decaf or is a decaf?
On the D.
Where's the orange indicator?
It's missing. I have to do it in my head. Decaf left, regular right. Decaf left, regular right. It's very challenging work.
The whole way that she said that was sarcastic.
It's very challenging work. What kind of a challenge you will have?
She's trying to say, all I have to remember is my right hand from my left hand. It's not such a big deal.
Can you relax? It's a cup of coffee. Claire's a professional waitress.
He's using another big word.
So here, Jerry is also being sarcastic.
Trust me, George. No one has any interest in seeing you on caffeine.
How come you're not doing the second show tomorrow?
Well, there's this woman might be coming in.
Just in front of the door, I see coming in.
That's giving a command. Come in. He says that she will be coming in.
Wait a second. What coming in? What woman is coming in?
So you mean here, coming in is a chunk. You cannot separate.
You could also say, what woman is coming to the show?
But the woman is not coming into his show. It's coming into his apartment.
She's saying she'll come to the show.
How do you know? Actually, she didn't come to the show. They pick up her from the airport, and then they drive her to the apartment.
Coming in to the airport. That's actually better. Coming into town.
I told you about Laura, the girl I met in Michigan.
No, you didn't.
I thought I told you about it. Yeah, she teaches political science. I met her the night I did the show in Lansing. There's no milk in here.
You will put milk in your coffee, right?
Yeah,
What other stuff you will put in your coffee?
just sugar.
Wait. What is she like?
Oh, she's really great. She's got like a real warmth about her, and she's really bright and really pretty. And
So what kind of person will give you a feeling like she's got warmth about her?
Someone who you would really consider a future with.
and the conversation, though, I mean, it was, talking with her, it was like talking with you, but, obviously much better.
Could you show us how to pronounce obvious here?
Obviously.
Obviously. So
Yeah.
actually you skip the B sound.
The B is not noticeable. I think it, but I don't really say it.
So, what happened?
Well, nothing happened, but it was great.
Oh, nothing happened, but this is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So, she called and said she wants to go out with you tomorrow night? God bless. Devil you.
Yeah, well, not exactly. I mean, she said, she called this morning and said she had to come in for a seminar, and maybe we get together. So,
Oh. Had to?
Yeah.
Had to come in?
Yeah, but...
Had to come in?
Yeah,
and
but-
maybe we'll get together? Had to and maybe?
Yeah.
No, I hate to tell you this. You're not going to see this woman.
What? Are you serious? Why did she call?
What do I know? Maybe she wanted to be polite.
To be polite? You are insane.
All right. I didn't want to tell you this. You want to know why she called?
Yes.
You're a backup. You're a second line, a just in case.
There's
A
one more.
B plan, a contingency.
If she gets time and if nothing else works out.
It means he's not her first choice. I think there's another expression like a rain check.
A rain check is a way of saying no, but maybe another time. So if you don't know the person very well, it means probably never going to happen.
So it's a very polite way to maybe turn someone down. Okay.
Oh, I get it. This is about the button.
Claire, you're a woman, right?
What gave it away, Joe?
You're so dumb. How did you actually figure that out? How do you know?
It's so difficult for you to figure it out. I'm a woman.
I'd like to ask you to analyze a hypothetical phone call, from a female point of view.
From that perspective, understanding how a woman thinks about it. A phone call that may not happen.
Oh, come on now. What are you asking her? Now, how is she going to know?
Now, a woman calls me, right? She says she has to
No.
come to New York on business.
You are beautiful.
And maybe she'll see me when she gets there. Does this woman intend to spend time with me?
I'd have to say, no.
So why did she call?
Be polite.
To be polite, I rest my case.
Good. Did you have fun?
I rest my case. An expression you will use it in the court. You have the judge, you have the lawyer.
It comes from court, but it means you're done arguing. And often, since you end with your biggest point, it's obvious now that you are right.
And can I use it period here?
You could say period instead. This is it, period. There's no more discussion. But I rest my case does allow for a rebuttal.
The other party, maybe they can still say something.
Yes, they can still give their closing arguments.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Now, come with me. I got to go get my stuff out of the dryer.
Is it very popular you use a dryer? Because in China we have a hair dryer, a hand dryer, but for clothes it's kind of very rare.
Almost everybody has a dryer in the U.S. You have a washer and dryer. When I was little, we hung stuff on the line, but not anymore. And a lot of times in cities, there's no balcony or something to hang your stuff on.
Do you have to pay because maybe the dryer is kind of electricity consuming?
Right. If it's not in your apartment, like in my apartment building, the washer and dryer are on the end of the hallway outside of our apartment. And until 2 years ago, you had to get a whole bunch of coins and put them in. But now we do have a card that goes into it.
How many coins?
So 5 coins in the washer, and then I think 6 coins in the dryer, $1.50 for the dryer. So it was a total of $2.75 to do a load.
Anyway.
I'm not going to watch you do laundry.
Oh, come on. Be a come-with guy.
I've never heard the term come with guy.
Maybe they just created this one just for, come with me.
Come on, I'm tired.
Don't worry. I gave him a little caffeine. He'll perk up.
Right. I knew I felt.
This is my first time to hear perk up.
It's a really useful word. It's used whenever you talk about getting some extra energy. Or someone can say something that's interesting to you and suddenly you perk up. You can be all bored in a classroom and the teacher says something interesting and then half the class perks up because now they're paying attention.
Perk up. So I know in Western culture, coffee is it's a regular thing in their life. It's kind of hold a very important place in Western heart.
But this place that we're looking here on the screen is sort of like a diner, a lunch place that coffee would be very normal. That's why the woman had the 2 coffee containers in her hand, the decaf and the regular. It's just so common to have coffee that you just walk around with it and pour it for people as soon as they come in, even before they order.
What if the customer, they came into the place maybe in the evening? Do the waitress still serve them coffee?
Yeah, strangely enough, especially if you're staying up late or you're working on a project all hours. It evolved into the Starbucks age where coffee is a lot more expensive and you can really tailor it to your tastes.
So this place is kind of a 2-in-1, right? You can eat there and you can also have coffee. A place like that is you can get a fancy coffee or it's just a regular instant coffee.
Yeah, you're not going to get a latte here or a cappuccino at a place like this. It's just that drip coffee. Drip is a way of making coffee where it goes through a filter.
To know what you knew and when you knew it.
Okay, I'm very curious about the stuff on the table.
Yeah, there's the ketchup, there's the sugar.
So it's a cube sugar.
No, cubes are out. We haven't had cubes forever. Here's the napkins, here's the mustard, and here's the 2 coffee pots.
Well, Mr. Costanza.
This is just a basket for fries. It's like a plastic basket with a piece of paper in it that soaks up the oil or just keeps it so they can throw away the paper.
So I would like to ask you, because in China right now, the young generation, they like to drink coffee. So we got lots of Starbucks there. How to order coffee properly in English?
If you're used to ordering at Starbucks in China, it's not going to be very different.
You have different size of cups.
Starbucks has its own Italian words for the sizes. Small is tall, medium is grande, and large is venti. But even if you say small, medium, large, you would be okay. A small size is actually very big. The rest of the world considers small at Starbucks to be very big.
Not only coffee, maybe some other stuff some dishes also the same.
If you get a large drink at a movie, it's gigantic.
Gigantic. So you have to go to the toilet during the movie.
Yeah.
So what are the common types of coffee you would like to order?
A lot of people like latte, which is milk-based. You can also have cappuccino. In a latte, you have shots of espresso, I guess, which are concentrated coffee. And you can have a 2-shot
That's very
drink.
strong.
And you can have different kinds of milk, whole milk, 2%, skim milk. I like to put cream, not milk.
What's the difference?
Cream is thick. It's got fat in it. It cuts the bitterness of the coffee better.
But you are a dancer. Fat maybe it's not so good for your body shape.
I have major disagreement with the whole thing about fat, which I can talk about another time, but I wouldn't worry about fat so much as sugar.
I think in the Western country, you kind of like to make everything very sugary, sweet, super sweet.
This is the problem.
When you go to Subway, you want to add some pickles or other stuff, we call it works. And in coffee, I mean, if you add cream or sugar or something, do you have to tell them specific things you want to add in it?
Yes, with coffee, you have to be very specific about everything. With sandwiches, you can say the works. That means you want all their different condiments.
I don't know how to order coffee.
I'm no expert, but you'll see online some jokes about how many descriptors you can have. A 2-shot skim latte, some chocolate with if they're a good barista, which is the name for the person serving coffee, if they're a good one, then they will remember everything you say and write it down on the cup so that you'll get exactly what you ordered.
So this is a paper cup.
They write on the actual cup here, boxes, or they can sometimes just check off on these boxes on this part. Then they give you this cup so you can verify you got the right one. And they'll write your name when they take the order, and then later you listen and go and get your drink.